This morning, Russia is trying to reduce tensions with the U.S. over an expected military strike on Syria. The president is still planning a response to Syria's suspected chemical weapons attack 24 hours after calling Syria's president a gas-killing animal and saying missiles will be coming.
But this morning, the president tweeted that he, quote, never said when an attack on Syria would take place. Could be very soon or not so soon at all.
Russia's government said overnight it's talking with U.S. officials on a, quote, de-confliction phone line. But it has no plans for Russian President Vladimir Putin to speak directly with Mr. Trump. David Martin's at the Pentagon with the possible U.S. military options. David, good morning.
Good morning. Defense Secretary Mattis is scheduled to testify before Congress this morning, but don't expect him to reveal anything about the Pentagon's plans for a strike against Syria. That conversation will take place behind closed doors at a meeting of the National Security Council this afternoon.
The president has not laid out a timetable.
The White House says the president has not yet decided on a military option, even though he has already used Twitter to warn the Russians that missiles are coming.
All options are on the table.
Former vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs and now CBS News analyst Sandy Winnefeld expects those missiles to come from a number of different directions.
It's likely that we'll use a combination of platforms, including aircraft, surface ships, and submarines. The Russians will probably not know where the submarines are or that they're there.
The head of the Russian military, General Valery Gerasimov, has warned that if Russian officers in Syria are threatened by American missiles, they will shoot them down. Russia has positioned a state-of-the-art air defense system in Syria, but Winnefeld says that shouldn't prevent the missiles from reaching their targets.
These weapons are designed to survive all the way to their targets, so it'll be difficult for them. They may get a couple of them, but in general, these weapons tend to get to where they're headed.
Winnefeld says the best way for a Russian officer to avoid being hit is to stay away from Syrian military installations.
Well, I think it's very unlikely that we would directly and intentionally target any Russian forces that are in Syria. So the way that a Russian officer or person would be harmed is by participating directly in Syrian military activity.
The Syrians have begun dispersing their aircraft to make them harder to hit, including placing some at fields where Russian planes are based, betting the U.S. won't strike there. Norah?
All right, David, thank you so much.